Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Virginia Association for Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual Transfer College Fair. Thank you for joining us today. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time tonight. Your camera and microphone are turned off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of multiple different sessions happening this evening, so please be sure to sign up for additional sessions after this. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Virginia. And now I would like to turn it over to our first presenter of the evening, Coastal Carolina University.
All right, well, good evening, everyone. I hope you are doing well. Want to thank you all for tuning in with us tonight. My name is Shay Godwin, and I am one of the admissions counselors here at Coastal Carolina University. Just to tell you a little bit about our institution, we're a very young institution and we're located in Conway, South Carolina. So we're about 9 miles away from Myrtle Beach, and we're actually a very young institution. We were founded in 1954. But even though we're a very young institution, we've been given many awards. I won't be able to highlight all of them, but these are just some of the awards that we have been given as an institution. We were named number 6 in the South among all schools in the best value category. And for 11 consecutive years, we have been on America's Best Colleges buys list. And so one thing that we try to do here at Coastal Carolina University is that we try to provide a great quality education at a great affordable cost. Here are some other awards that we've been given as well. We were named number 15 in Best Undergraduate Teaching, number 19 in the top public schools, and one of my personal favorites, because I work a lot with our veteran students, we've been named number 27 in the best colleges for veteran students. Just to tell you a little bit about our institution, we're a mid-sized institution. We like to say that we're just the right size. We're not too big and yet we're not too small. And so we kind of have like that best of both worlds feel, where it feels like a small town atmosphere, but we're also very close to the beach here as well. We have 5 academic colleges here on the campus, and we have over 90 programs of study. That includes our undergraduate, our master's degrees, and our doctoral programs here as well. The 5 colleges that we have the Wall College of Business, the Edwards College of Humanities and Fine Arts, the Spadoni College of Education, the Gupta College of Science, and the HTC Honors College and Center for Interdisciplinary Studies. You will be studying under experts here at Coastal Carolina University. They are experts in their field. Over 79 to 80% of our faculty, they do have the highest level of education, which is the PhD degree. Our student to faculty ratio, so one thing that we try to do is we try to provide a personal education for our students here as well. And so we try to provide small classroom sizes for our students. So some of the average classroom sizes that you'll typically see is usually around 23 to 25 students. But then once you start diving into those major classes that you need to graduate, you'll actually see your classes get a little bit smaller. So I kid you not, there were some classes that I had when I was a student here where it was easily maybe 10 to 15 students. And I really enjoyed that because that really gave me an opportunity to really build professional relationships, both with my colleagues and as well as my professors here as well. So one thing we love to do here at Coastal, we love to call ourselves Teal Nation, and you can see why. We have students coming from all over the United States. And so in those darker teal areas that you see there on the map, that's where the majority of our students are coming from. So up at that I-95 corridor, we review over 15,000 applications per year. So one great thing about our admissions office is that we are rolling admissions. So we review applications literally all throughout the year. And I'll go over some of the application process before we finish up. But just to kind of talk a little bit about our campus life, we have over 120 student clubs and organizations. They range from Greek life, club sports, faith-based organizations, student government association. And so one thing we always tell and encourage our students to do is just to get really involved here on the campus. And so every semester around the first week of the fall and spring semester, we have all of our clubs and organizations out on our Prince Lawn, which is kind of like the heart of our campus. That's where we have all of our clubs and organizations out recruiting students. And so it's a really exciting time for our students just to kind of see what's available here at Coastal for them. And of course, I'm going to talk about our athletics program here. We are NCAA Division I. We're part of the Sun Belt Conference. Probably one of the most exciting things that happened in our sports history was that our baseball team won the National World Series back in 2016. Not only did they win the National World Series, but they also had the highest GPAs. So we were really thrilled and excited about that. If you watched ESPN last year, our football team did an amazing job, and so we were really proud of them as well too. But we have other great sports programs also. If you're interested in playing a sport for Coastal, we do have club sports, and we also have intramural sports as well if you don't want to play at the NCAA division level. But just to kind of talk a little bit about the application process, the first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to fill out the transfer application, which is on our website. You'll want to send all of your official college transcripts. We do require that you need to have an overall cumulative GPA of a 2.0 or higher and be in good academic standing with your most current school. Now, if you're under 24 transferable credits, that's perfectly fine. That's what a lot of our transfer students like to have. But if you have 24 or more, you only need to send your high school or your college information. But then if you're under the 24 transferable credits, you'll also want to send your high school information as well. So the final transcript with your SAT or ACT score. If you're 22 or older, you're actually not required to send your SAT or ACT score to us. But then basically, once we have all of your required information, we can give you a decision in the mail in 2 to 3 weeks. So we don't have any specific deadlines or anything because we are rolling admissions, but we do ask that if you want to be considered for a merit award, you just have everything turned in by these dates. So for the fall semester, everything in by June 1st, and then for the spring semester, everything in by November 1st. Now, one great thing about our institution is that we do have merit award scholarships for our transfer students. You just need to have at least 30 transferable credits and an overall GPA of a 2.9 or higher. That can qualify you anywhere from 15 to 25% off of your tuition. But other than that, that's really all that I have. So please feel free to ask any questions and reach out to me. I'll be happy to answer any questions for you. I hope you have a good night and take care.
Thank you so much, Jay. Next up, we have Christopher, Newport University.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for attending tonight. And I'm going to share my screen now. Does that look okay?
Yep, all good.
Awesome. So my name is Chelsea Mullins, and I'm the Assistant Director for Transfer Admission and Enrollment here at Christopher Newport. Christopher Newport University is a small public liberal arts and sciences university, and we're located here in coastal Virginia. These are 5 key characteristics I use to describe CNU and what makes us different. We like to say we're just the right size. We have 5,000 students here at CNU, so it's, even though our applications have increased dramatically over the years, we've chosen not to grow our enrollment because we feel like 5,000 is just the right size. We're large enough to offer a wide variety of opportunities to our students, but we're small enough that you won't feel like you're just a number. Faculty and staff will get to know you and know your name and be there for you every step of the way. Great teaching. 90% of our faculty have the highest degree in their field, and they also have a passion for engaging and advising students inside and outside the classroom. They're accomplished scholars who hold the highest degree in their field and also include undergraduates in their research and serve as mentors. We have small class sizes at CNU. More than half of our classes have 19 or fewer students, and less than 5% have 50 students or more. So professors get to know students by name and expect them to be engaged in class. And we have a really beautiful campus. Our campus, when you come to visit and take an in-person tour, or if you engage in our virtual tour experience online, you can really see inside some of our beautiful buildings. We have state-of-the-art teaching and learning spaces, as well as extraordinary residence halls and other student life facilities as well. And I like to say that CNU has a very tight-knit community. This really describes the feeling that you'll get when you come on campus, is that we have a very friendly and welcoming campus. Our honor code is taken seriously, and our campus is one of the safest in Virginia. We also have a speaking tradition, and you'll find that students and faculty will hold the door for you and look you in the eye when you walk by. And so a lot of these things describe what you would think of at a private college, but CNU is a public university. So we like to say we offer the best of both worlds. And then a little bit more about CNU, we have more than 90 areas of study. And so there's really something for everyone. We are a liberal arts and sciences university. So you take a liberal arts and sciences curriculum alongside your major. And we have a complete listing of majors, minors, and concentrations listed on our website. We are undergraduate focused, and so less than 200 of our 5,000 students are graduate students. We do have some graduate programs, but the majority of our financial and programming resources really go towards elevating the undergraduate experience. And so our undergraduates have many opportunities for undergraduate research, academic publications, and other experiences that normally you would see reserved for graduate students. We also have more than 200 official clubs and organizations on campus, which is a hefty number for a school of our size. We have Greek life, academic, pre-professional organizations, faith-based groups, student government, you name it, we have it. We are a highly residential campus, so we have a very vibrant campus feel since so many students live on campus here. We also have NCAA athletics. We are Division III, and we have 24 varsity sports. And finally, CNU is a very values-driven campus. So leadership, service, honor, and excellence, these 4 words really represent the core values at CNU and the experience that you can expect. Our fall 2021 application is now open and closes July 17th. So if you're looking to apply for fall, we recommend applying now, apply early. If you're looking to attend in the spring, we also accept students in the spring, and that application priority date is October 1st. So we always encourage students to apply early. That way you can ask for more information and we can get back to you sooner and talk with you about next steps. We accept both the common application or the coalition application, and you can find the links and everything you need to apply on our website. And then these are a few ways you can connect with us during this time. We have virtual as well as in-person on-campus tours, and we are offering virtual admission interviews at this time. One thing I always encourage students to do is interview with us, because we do offer personalized interviews for the admission process. So it really helps you stand out as an applicant if you have an interview as well. We also offer admission advising meetings by appointment. Those are virtual at this time, and then general information sessions every Thursday at 11. And I encourage you to reach out to us if you have any questions. If you go to our website, which is transfer.cnu.edu, you can find more information about the admissions process, our Virginia guaranteed admission agreements, transfer equivalency guide, advising supplements, and more information online. So if you have any questions at any time, please don't hesitate to give me a call or shoot us an email. We're always happy to help. And that's all I have for you guys.
Thank you, Chelsea. And next up this evening, we're going to go to Paul Smith College.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. So I know my screen says that my name is Nicole Coleman. I'm actually Hannah Ackerman. I'm the transfer admissions officer here at Paul Smith's. So I am going to show you what we got going on. All right, so Paul Smith's College is, let me just get this up. So Paul Smith's College is a small private college located in the heart of the Adirondacks in New York. The campus itself is about 42 miles from the Canadian border, as far north as you can go. So something, it's our location that really sets us apart from a lot of other institutions when it comes to your education that you're receiving with us. So if you look here, Montreal is about an hour and a half. Lake Placid is about half an hour. Lake Placid is home to the 1932 and 1980 Winter Olympics, which is a proud heritage of the area that we really like to tout. Burlington is nice and close by. So while we may be in the heart of the Adirondack Park, we're actually close to a lot of various things. So a few fun Smitty stats for you. So Smitty is a Paul Smith's graduate or a current student. That's what we refer to ourselves as. So 14,200 is the number of acres that we actually own within the 6 million acre Adirondack Park. So we're really proud of the land that we own. It makes it, when you're looking at programs related to the natural sciences, your laboratory is literally right out your dorm room door. So there's no having to drive to get anywhere to your lab for the day. It's a 10-minute walk in the woods and you're there. 650 is our student population on campus. So like I said, we are a small private college. We're the only private college located within the Adirondack Park. So definitely a really small, tight-knit campus where you do really get to know everybody. 10-to-1 is our student to faculty ratio. All of our faculty have worked in the fields that they are currently instructing in. So they have real life experience. They've been working for timber companies, they've worked in zoos, they've done research in the sciences, they've been in the hospitality industry, you name it, they all have a background in what they're actually facilitating. 9 out of 10 of our students are employed within 6 months of graduation or have moved on to a graduate program. We have seen an increasing number of students who are choosing to go on and get their master's or PhD. We had a student that graduated out of our fisheries and wildlife program. She went on to complete her master's at Texas A&M, and now she's up at the University of Maine getting her PhD in wildlife biology with a really certain focus, I believe, in wild birds. So really cool stuff. Our graduates are doing some really amazing things. 13 million is the number, the amount that was awarded for financial aid within this past year. While we are a private college, we do pride ourselves on being an affordable option for students to attend Paul Smith's. We do compete very heavily with the public institutions here that are in state in New York and are very comparable in cost. And then a fun stat is 93% of our students said that they would do it all over again. So they definitely love their choice here at Paul Smith's, and we're very proud of the choice that they made and the education that they received. Some great rankings that we have and we've earned, we've worked very hard for. We're really proud of that #2 for most innovative schools. We've done a lot. Our programs, as you'll see, are really unique and interesting, and I think that really hammers home that we are an innovative school and we do think outside the box in providing majors to students that are not the norm, and that really sets us apart. The undergraduate teaching as well, we have some really phenomenal instructors on campus, and our students are able to teach as well and have had some really great research opportunities and working alongside our professors. Also a best college for veterans as well within the Northeast. Really, really proud of that one. We're part of the Yellow Ribbon program, and we also accept GI Bill credits as well. And then of course, ranked number 27 within the region of best regional colleges in the Northeast. So as I was mentioning the location, I think that this is something that's really important and kind of really explains who we are and what we do. So Saranac Lake is about 12 miles from campus. It's home to the Winter Carnival, which is one of the oldest winter carnivals on the East Coast. Montreal has been around a little bit longer than us, but every year they build an ice castle in Saranac Lake. So it's always it's a 2-week-long event that happens in the area. There's coffee shops, concerts, in pre-COVID and hopefully post-COVID times, lots of things to do outside and gathering in the community. And as I mentioned, Lake Placid is only about a half an hour away. Great for students looking to get jobs while they're in school. We do offer work study on campus as well, but a lot of our students do choose to go work in some of the local restaurants and hotels in the area. But there's also life there for students as well. Gas stations, grocery stores, Marshalls, shops, great things like that in the area. So onto the majors. I think that you'll see here we have a few of your more common ones. So we do have our management program. You have the opportunity to kind of have a focus in either entrepreneurship, a straight management business program, as well as sports and event management, partnering with Lake Placid and some of our Olympic venues to work Olympic size events. And we also recently added in an esports track as well. Communication, biology, kind of your more traditional programs here. We also have a lot of support services on campus. We do pride ourselves on being able to offer support for our students as well. Lots of opportunities there. Many different clubs and activities on campus as well. So you have the opportunity to really venture, try something new and do something different here. We have a lot of different partnerships as well between sports and some of our on-campus restaurant and bakery options as well that you get to work as a student. And then in terms of applying, it is free to apply. We have the Paul Smith College app. It takes about 15 minutes to complete. You can head right to paulsmith.edu in order to complete that. And then merit scholarships we do offer for all students that attend Paul Smith's, starting at $10,000 a year, going up to $13,000 a year. On average, I see most of our transfer students paying around like $15,000 to $20,000 in order to attend Paul Smith's, compared to our sticker price of around $47,000. So that's the great thing about a private college, is we have lots of options for you in order to support an actual affordable education here at Paul Smith. Definitely encourage you to check out our social media. There's a lot of really great things happening over there, and definitely reach out to the admissions office. We are doing in-person tours as well as virtual tours. Best way to see Paul Smith is to experience it and meet with an admissions counselor, as well as do a credit evaluation with your transcripts and things like that as well. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Nicole. Next up, we have the University of Melbourne.
Okay, good day, everyone. I'm Todd St. Vrain, the University of Melbourne's North America manager based in San Francisco here. So let's take a trip down under here and just get this beginning. Great, there we go. So Melbourne, welcome to UniMelb, or as we say in the local Aboriginal language, Wamanjaika. So Melbourne is a large public research intensive university located in the southern part of Australia. This is the beautiful Great Barrier Reef, which is about a 4-hour flight north of Melbourne. Imagine taking classes with Madeline Van Oppel, who is bioengineering heat resistant coral in an effort to save the Great Barrier Reef. This is just one example of the academic experience that you can have at UniMelb. That a university that is regarded as an Australian version of an Ivy League. One of our exchange partners is University of Richmond in Virginia. So this is our main campus, right in the heart of Melbourne, about 15 minutes from downtown. Coming to Melbourne, it's a chance to be a global citizen. Australia is a very multicultural country. We have 25,000 undergraduates and an equal number of graduate students from all over the world. And there is a community there of several hundred Americans tap into. So our graduates have options upon completion of their studies. In Australia, you can stay and work for 2 years after graduation, which gives you options where to start your career. Now, in Australia, it's standard that our degrees are just 3 years, so that's a savings in itself. And at the current exchange rate, your annual tuition is going to be about $33,000 US. And you can use US student loans and veteran benefits at the University of Melbourne. Admissions is going to be based only on academic achievement, and I'll get into that shortly. So we don't look at extracurriculars, personal statements, or anything like that in Australia. And you're doing all of this in what truly one of the most livable cities in the world. Melbourne's a population of about 4 million, 4 seasons, sometimes 4 seasons in a day. So in terms of what you can study, we have streamlined our degrees into about 8 options with about 150 different majors, which could be within the Bachelor of Agriculture. We call liberal arts the arts. We put in bold here some of the more popular majors, an entire degree in biomedicine. We call business commerce. There's design, even have degrees in fine arts and music, and a plethora in the sciences, including engineering and IT. So you have to learn to speak Australian. We call degrees courses. So if you go to our Find a Course page, this is the best way to see, because there could certainly be more than one major, and maybe your interest is in more than one degree. Now, part of our curriculum, we have this thing called breadth subjects. So 25, kind of like a gen ed light, 25% of your studies are based in that. You can extend your degree to a 4th year with what things we call concurrent diplomas, or a year of independent research of honors. So coming in as a transfer student varies, it's really straightforward. It's just an overall GPA from 3.0 from a college or university in the United States, and a few degrees do have some specific prerequisites. If there's any high school students out there who are listening in, your admissions is going to be based on either SAT or ACT, your GP, and AP exams. Now it is different down under. The seasons are opposite, and so is our semester. So semester 1 starts in March, semester 2 starts in late July. You can actually start in either semester because we offer the core classes in every semester. For anyone who's looking to transfer in the second half of this year, that would be online. The borders do remain closed during the pandemic, but we are hopeful that for next year, things will be reopening. Our application deadlines are very different. My advice is just to apply when you're applying to universities in the United States, as we offer rolling admissions. It's also very standard in Australia if you want to apply for a deferral, so that if you can apply to skip the decision, but then start slightly later. We do guarantee accommodation. Just to confuse you, we call the dorms colleges. We also have student apartments. You always get your own room in Australia. And yes, like every great university, we have clubs and societies, sports, which are everything from intervarsity to intramural. This is the fair from the sports and clubs fair last year. And just a quick tour, Australia is about the size of the United States. We're located in the southern part. Again, our main campus in the city, which is a mixture of beautiful sandstone buildings, wide open spaces, but also some very modern facilities, the lecture halls, labs. Have to stop off at the car park because it's featured in things like Mad Max movies and MasterChef Australia. So you never know what's going on campus. This is a view of downtown, about 15 minutes away. Classic Melbourne, funky laneways with cafes, live music. We're definitely a city of sports as well. We're about 40 minutes from the beach by public transport, and a day trip down to some truly stunning nature, like such as the Great Ocean Road. So if you'd like to get in contact, I'm based in San Francisco. Would love to talk to you more about coming to the University of Melbourne in Australia. And that's it. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Todd. Next up, we are going to go to Temple University, Japan.
Thank you, and hello from Tokyo, Japan. My name is Ha, admissions counselor from Temple University Japan campus. I'll call TUJ for short. TUJ is the international branch campus of Temple University main campus in Philadelphia. This is one of the largest public research universities in the US, and it's the largest school in Philly. I'm having a problem with my slide, sorry. Yes, so Temple also has another campus in Rome, Italy. Because we're the same school, so it's very easy for you to transfer among 3 campuses. You can start at our Japan campus, and then you can spend a few semesters at Rome campus, or you can transfer back to the main campus anytime to finish a degree. We offer 10 majors in liberal arts field that student can finish a degree here in Japan. The most popular majors are international business studies, communications, art, international affairs, just to name a few. And all classes at TJ are in English. You don't need to have any Japanese proficiencies required. We just moved to a brand new campus more than a year ago. And our campus is located in Sangenjaya in Tokyo. It is just a 5-minute train ride away from Shibuya Station. For those who don't know, Shibuya is like Times Square, New York. It's the most popular district for young people in Tokyo, and it's the most visited spot for tourists in Japan. So our students really enjoy the campus location. So in this short presentation, I just want to give you 3 reasons why you should consider TUJ, because we're American, with affordable tuition fee, with achievable aspects. We're located in Tokyo, but the degree and credits you'll be earning will be Temple degree Temple credits. Exactly the same degree that students in Temple in Philadelphia earn. The only difference is that you do it in Tokyo, Japan. And of course, your college credits can be transferred to TUJ, which helps you to save time, money, and efforts. We are just a small campus of about 1,200 students, but we have a very diverse international student population. About 40% of our students are from the US, 40% from Japan, and the rest are from 60 other countries. So many of students are like you, like graduating from high school or a 2-year college in the US, and then coming to TUJ to earn the degree. The same thing applies to the faculty members. We have faculty members from all over the world, and we also have professors from the main campus in Philly coming to teach on a frequent basis. In terms of tuition fee, we offer very affordable tuition. So please look at this chart. It compares TUJ's tuition fee to an average public and private university in the US. Our tuition fee is about $15,000 per year. So it's even cheaper for you to go out of the country than going out of states. But the degree you'll be earning will still be an American degree. So the question is, why not? And of course, you can use financial aid, you can use GI Bill, use private loans. We also offer merit-based scholarships, which are very easy to apply. And we're located in Tokyo. And as you know, Tokyo is the biggest city in Japan. It's the most developed city in Asia. So there are many opportunities when it comes to part-time jobs, internship, and full-time jobs. Talking about jobs, we have the Career Development Office to help students prepare for job hunting and look for jobs in Japan or even back in their home countries. Internship is a distinctive feature of TUJ education. For some majors, internship is required and it's credit-bearing internship. You can see the list of companies and organizations here which have recruited our students for internship program. This is Amani. She's a political science major and she took part in the internship program at the US Embassy in Tokyo. She said the experience was very helpful in advancing her career prospect. We also often organize job fairs, so we invite companies to the campus to recruit out students. As you can see, a lot of big names here. Yes. And as a result, our employment rate is 97%. You don't need to know any Japanese to apply, but when you're here, we have Japanese classes for you to take. And by the time you graduate, you have American degree, you have the ability to speak different languages. Those are the qualities that employers are looking for. So I'm just going to go briefly over our application process. So this is the list of documents we require. So you need to go to, we don't take common application for transfer students, but you can go to apply directly on our website. And we need your personal statement. And in terms of test score, if you're native English speakers, we are now a test optional school. If you're non-native English speakers, you are still required to submit an English test score. But if you have SAT or ACT, you can submit that instead. And we require your official transcript and application fee. After you submit everything, the result will be sent to you within 4 weeks. It's very straightforward and very simple. Since you'll be applying as a transfer student, there's some waivers for you. So if you're native English speakers or American citizen of more than 22 years old, or you have completed at least 15 college level semester credits, your test score is waived. And if you're non-native English speakers, if you have complete English composition with a grade of C and above, you don't need to submit your test score. And if you have, in terms of high school transcript waiver, if you have completed at least 30 college semester credits, you don't need to submit the high school transcript. So my advice is that when you apply, send your college transcript first, so we will be able to advise you better. Yes, so that's all about TUJ. And if you have any further questions, you can reach out to us at this email address. And don't forget to follow us on our social media. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope you continue to stay safe and healthy. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, and our final university for the evening is Shepherd University.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. My name is Ely Cho, and I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions at Shepherd. So we are a public liberal arts school founded in 1871, and we're set on a beautiful 323-acre campus in Shepherdstown, West Virginia. We're situated right along the Potomac River and the C&O Canal, so it's a great location for outdoor enthusiasts. We're only 20 minutes from the Virginia border, about an hour from Middletown and Sterling, and just an hour and a half from Warrenton and Annandale, to give you some perspective. So our location really allows our students to benefit from a close-knit college environment, but you still have access to the career and internship opportunities in nearby larger cities. DC and Baltimore, for example, are only 90 minutes away. We have about 3,600 students total. Our average class size is about 16, and our faculty ratio is about 14:1. So the majority of our students are from West Virginia, but we actually have student representation from all 50 states, and we have a growing international student population as well. Last year, we had students from the Ivory Coast, Nepal, Taiwan, and Nigeria. We also established an Office of Diversity and Equity and also named a Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion to ensure that these values are really incorporated in everything that we do. We offer over 100 different majors to choose from with various concentrations and minors so that you can really customize your program of study. All of our majors share a strong core curriculum, and that's aimed to make you a well-rounded student. So our small class sizes and absence of graduate assistants mean that our undergrad students don't compete for hands-on experience, and they get to work directly with PhD faculty. As someone who personally attended a private liberal arts school in Maryland for my undergrad, Shepherd's really able to offer you that private school feel, but at the value of a public institution. So we offer a number of different support services to ensure that our students succeed. We have everything from free tutoring to secondary advisement, free mentor programs, academic and housing accommodations for students with documented disabilities, as well as free confidential counseling as well. So these are just some of the past sites where our students have completed internships, but our nursing students, for example, will do their clinical rotations in local hospitals. Our education students complete their student teaching both in and out of state. Our social work students actually complete 200 hours of field experience above the minimum required for an accredited program. So you can just tell how ready they are for the field. We also have a tabler farm where our students in our environmental studies program get to do hands-on work with agriculture and apiary and drones. We also have a career services office, and they can help you with things like putting together resumes, cover letters, graduate school applications, and practicing for interviews. We have a ton of different clubs and organizations ranging from academic interests to recreational interests. We also have Greek life, so there's fraternities and sororities. We've got a ton of different on-campus events, paint nights, movie nights, special talks, and performances. Every summer, we actually host the Contemporary American Theater Festival, which is internationally recognized. We have 15 NCAA Division II sports teams, as well as club sports. And we also have a very flexible study abroad program. We have 3 styles of on-campus housing and convenient on-campus dining locations, like our Starbucks, for example, which is very popular. And our meal plans are available to both resident and commuter students. So in terms of transferring to Shepherd, we have 2+2 agreements, which allow you to complete your associate's degree at a community college and then transfer directly to Shepherd to complete a bachelor's degree in just 2 additional years. We will take up to 72 credits from a community college and up to 90 credits from a 4-year school. We also have an articulation agreement tool where you can type in the classes you've taken and see how they transfer to Shepherd. And we also offer free preliminary transcript evaluations. So you can get an idea of what your credits would look like, how they would transfer to us before you even apply. We are a very affordable option even for out-of-state students. We have special partnerships with LFCC and NOVA, where you can get a 25% discount on the cost of out-of-state tuition. We also, our Office of Admissions offers an automatic $3,000 scholarship if you don't qualify for one of those discounts. And either one of those scholarships can be combined with financial aid, scholarships from clubs and organizations, or athletics. So the fees listed here are for 1-year full-time enrollment. It's the same cost whether you're taking anywhere between 12 all the way up to 19 credits. The room and board fees listed here are if you're planning to live on campus. So total, you're looking at less than $30,000 a year before any aid is applied. To be admitted as a transfer student, we're looking for at least a 2.0 cumulative GPA and at least 24 earned college level credits. We do need official transcripts from all colleges you attended, and that includes any high school dual enrollment classes you might have taken. If you have fewer than that, we'll need a copy of your high school transcript and ACT or SAT scores if available. And then we encourage essays and letters of recommendation, but they're not required. So if you're interested in learning more about Shepherd, I encourage you to visit our website. You can sign up for a visit because we're offering both in-person and virtual options. We offer rolling admissions, so there's still plenty of time to apply. Feel free to take a screenshot of the slide. You can use the waiver code apply 2021 on our online application, and we'll waive the $45 application fee for you. And then lastly, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. This is our contact information. You can call, text, or email. You can also use your phone to scan the QR code there, and it'll take you to a short questionnaire that you can help us get to know you a little better through. Thanks so much. Look forward to working with you all.
Thank you. And now that we've heard from all 6 schools, I would like to invite our panelists to join me for one last question. If you could each just answer in about 30 seconds or less in the order in which you presented. The question I would love for you to share with our students watching are, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? So we'll do that real quick before we wrap up for the evening.
So hey again, everybody, I'm Shay from Coastal Carolina University. I graduated from here in 2012. Probably my 2 favorite traditions. So of course I love our kickoff week where we basically have all kinds of fun activities and things like that for our students, for freshmen and transfer students. So it's just kind of a great way to get acclimated on the campus. And then really my second favorite thing is when we do all the clubs and organizations in the first week of our fall and spring semester. It's just a really great way to know what's available here on the campus because, like I said, we want you to get involved as much as possible while you're here at Coastal. So those are probably my 2 favorite things that we do here at CCU.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chelsea Mullins again from Christopher Newport University. And I would say my favorite tradition at CNU is at the beginning of every semester, of course, we have orientation for freshmen, and then we also have a transfer orientation. And then right before classes start, we have our honor convocation. So our faculty and students and staff come out and we all come together. Usually there's an address from the president, and our students receive a penny at convocation, and that stands for their honor, their commitment to CNU for the next 4 years. And so after convocation, students ring the bell, and that starts their 4 years at CNU, or 2 years, or however long it will be for our transfers. And then at the end of the year, we have commencement. So students at commencement, they take that same penny that they got at honors convocation and they drop it in the fountain on their procession to graduation. So I think that's really special that students really have that token of honor for all 4 years. And we kind of start and end in the same celebration at CNU. So it's, being a young school, I think we have a lot of really cool traditions at CNU, such as that. Thanks again.
So this is Hannah from Paul Smith College again. I think 2 things that make Paul Smith really unique that happen every year. First off, during Welcome Week, when all new students arrive on campus, both transfers, international, like freshmen, everybody, you do a canoe safety test here at Paul Smith's. A lot of your classes, if you're in the natural sciences, may take you out on the lake. So they have you jump out into a canoe with a partner, flip the canoe, and then get back in and paddle back to shore, which is always a trip. I myself did it as well as a Paul Smith student, and it was one of the most memorable things that I did when moving onto campus. The other thing I think that really sets us apart is that we hold a sugar bush breakfast every year. So part of our 14,000 acres is a 350-acre sugar bush where we make our own maple syrup. It's one of our largest alumni events, but we also partner it with our accepted students day as well when it can be in person. So we have everybody come out to the sugar bush, fresh maple syrup, the culinary students make breakfast, and it's really a great way for new students to get to know some of our alumni and just kind of hear traditions and stories as they've been passed down. It's one of our largest events, and it's such a cool experience. So those are definitely the top 2.
Okay, Todd from the University of Melbourne. We recently started a welcoming ceremony for all new students. And as you come out of that and head to the food trucks, everyone gets complimentary Unimel hoodie. So this has become something that, so it's the pride, and then you have the hoodie to wear for the remainder of your studies. That's it from Melbourne.
Yes, hello from Tokyo. It's Ha from Temple University Japan campus. So my favorite event on campus is called Temple Spirit Day. So anyone who wears Temple swag, like students, faculty, or staff, if you wear Temple swag or anything red, Temple red, you can get free stuff like free food or freebies. Like sometimes the dean would just give away like sandwich, cream puff, or pizza. Anything. So that's my favorite events on campus. Thank you.
Hi, this is Yuli from Shepherd Missions again. I would have to say my favorite tradition is probably our Founders Day Parade, which every year in October, typically at the beginning of the school year, our Ram Band plays and leads a procession that goes from one end of campus to the other. And everybody, I mean, faculty, students, and staff, even community members, because our town is super close to the university, they join in and we all march together to show our school pride.
Thank you all so much for sharing. And thank you everyone for joining us this evening. When you close out of this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey where we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. This was just one of many different sessions happening this evening, so please be sure to check out some of our additional sessions. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as all the others recordings at strivescan.com/Virginia. Thank you everyone and have a good evening.